$900,000 gone. Vanished. Stolen right under Chris Brown's nose. And the culprits? None other than Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. Yes, you heard that right. The headlines you didn't see coming. The money that was supposed to fund tours, promotions, and Chris's empire allegedly funneled straight into someone else's pockets. But how? Why? And most importantly, when did this scheme begin? Imagine lavish hotels, private jets, designer bags, and champagne fountains, all while the world thinks it's just business as usual. But behind the velvet ropes and flashing cameras, a conspiracy is brewing. Sources claim Stefon Diggs was orchestrating moves like a chess master, using charm, influence, and a golden smile to lure in Chris's trust. And Cardi B? Some say she was the secret strategist, the one making sure every deal, every expense, every loophole lined up perfectly for themselves. The question isn't just who did it, it's how deep does this rabbit hole go? Was Chris Brown just naive, blinded by fame and loyalty? Or is this the beginning of a full-blown celebrity money heist that's about to shake the entertainment industry to its core? Buckle up, because what you're about to hear will make you question every friendship in Hollywood. This isn't gossip. This isn't rumor. This is a scandal. So listen closely. The picture opens with Chris Brown's lavish life, private jets, designer hotels, red carpet premieres, and flashing paparazzi cameras at every event. But just as you think it's all celebrity glamour, the truth emerges, and that truth is shocking. Stefon Diggs and Cardi B have pulled back the curtain on Chris Brown's trust and empire. We've all seen the level of luxury and fame in Chris Brown's life. Grammy Awards, sold-out tours, and headlines everywhere he goes. But it was exactly that level of success that blinded him. Sources confirm that Stefon Diggs used every tactic to get close. Flattery, extravagant gifts, social media charm. He's an expert at exploiting every opportunity. And Cardi B? She was the mastermind, making sure every deal, every contract, every investment lined up perfectly for them while Chris Brown was left with just the show, the illusion of control. Leaked reports suggest that Chris Brown's multi-fight partnership and music promotion contracts had nearly $8 million circulating. But imagine this. Intermediaries like Salida Promotions and Win Records were siphoning off huge portions of Chris Brown's actual earnings, leaving him with almost nothing at the end. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where the real scandal begins. Insiders reveal that Stefon Diggs orchestrated a luxury spending spree through Chris Brown's life. Picture last-minute flights costing $50,000 each, five-star suites worth more than some celebrities' annual salaries, and designer purses, bags, and jewelry allegedly gifts for Chris Brown. But the true recipient? Stefon Diggs' private collection. And Cardi B, by his side, was monitoring every transaction to ensure no loophole favored Chris Brown. Then comes the financial vulnerability. Sources reveal that Stefon Diggs hasn't filed taxes in 13 years, and Cardi B has $600,000 in unpaid taxes. Now, imagine these two using Chris Brown's resources to cover their own obligations and personal financial loopholes. If these allegations are true, this is a systematic exploitation of celebrity wealth in action. Fans and social media reacted with a frenzy. Trending hashtags flooded Twitter and Instagram. Hashtag Chris Brown heist, hashtag Cardi B money game, hashtag Stefon schemes. One anonymous Hollywood insider revealed, this wasn't just a gift exchange. It was calculated financial leverage. Both Stefon and Cardi knew exactly how to control and exploit Chris without him ever noticing. What's more, this pattern mirrors Chris Brown's past. Previously, coaches and managers had funneled significant portions of his earnings into their own pockets, and now history is repeating, but on a more brazen, sophisticated level. Imagine Chris Brown's tour revenue, usually a primary income source, quietly siphoned off through intermediaries and insiders. The siphoning was meticulous, hidden beneath the veneer of luxury lifestyle. And that's where the tension spikes. The public sees the glamour, but behind the scenes, a calculated financial theft is underway. Leaked screenshots and financial audits reveal that a portion of Chris Brown's multi-million-dollar contracts was being diverted monthly into Stefon Diggs and Cardi B's network. And this diversion became more elaborate with each transaction. It was almost like watching a magician perform, one insider said. The money moved right under his eyes and no one else noticed, but the insiders knew exactly where it went. And this wasn't just a money game, it was psychological manipulation. Stefon Diggs reportedly overpraised Chris at every meeting, subtly influencing decisions and securing final approvals in his own favor. With Cardi B involved, the strategy transformed into a full-scale operation. The motive was clear: maximize personal gain using Chris Brown's wealth and influence. The public frenzy escalated when paparazzi captured Stefon Diggs and Cardi B in frequent private meetings and secret flights. Insider reports confirm that every aspect of these trips was meticulously planned: luxury travel, over-the-top accommodations, and extravagant shopping sprees, all officially billed to Chris Brown. And this was just the beginning. Imagine the scale: $900,000 allegedly vanished, a conservative estimate. Investigative sources suggest the real figure might be even more shocking, but concrete proof hasn't leaked yet. That's why fans and media are in full frenzy. News outlets from E! News to VH1 are breaking stories, trending clips, and speculative analyses. Every insider confirms the same narrative. Chris Brown gave Stefon Diggs and Cardi B access to his wealth and influence. From there, the situation became more complex. Financial contracts, tour deals, multi-fight promotions, and luxury living all became tools for exploitation. Tension hit new heights when anonymous sources revealed that Stefon Diggs and Cardi B's transactions involved offshore accounts and complex shell structures. These were intentionally designed so the funds were nearly impossible to trace and operated without Chris Brown's knowledge. Insiders claim this wasn't accidental. It was systematic, sophisticated, and premeditated. As media outlets covered the leaks, public outrage exploded. Twitter threads, fan speculation, and YouTube comment sections were ablaze. Was Chris Brown naive? Was it betrayal? Or just another example of Hollywood's ruthless game? From there, the story escalated. Chris Brown's friends and insiders reportedly grew nervous, with some suggesting the scandal could spiral into a full-blown investigation. Imagine legal scrutiny, potential lawsuits, and a media trial, all focusing solely on the financial angles of these relationships. Now picture this. Critical components of Chris Brown's empire, tour revenue, promotions, sponsorships, being subtly siphoned, ending up in insiders' pockets. And yet, Chris remains publicly unaware, focused on music and performance. This is the stage where the story hits maximum suspense. Every detail a shocking revelation. Luxury lifestyle, secret flights, designer gifts, shell companies, tax dodging, and systematic manipulation. And still, nothing is publicly confirmed. Everything is speculation, based on anonymous sources. And here we leave it for now, because the tension is high. The audience is imagining the scale of this alleged scheme, and in the next part, we'll dive deeper into the fallout, public reactions, and the full extent of their shocking financial maneuvers. As the scandal unfolds, the depth of the alleged betrayal starts to reveal itself. Insiders whisper that it's not just about lavish spending or missing checks. This was a meticulously executed scheme combining financial manipulation, personal influence, and media optics. Sources claim Stefon Diggs and Cardi B operated like master strategists, using every tool available to extract maximum gain from Chris Brown's empire while keeping him completely in the dark. Picture exclusive parties, red carpets, and private yachts. But behind the scenes, contracts were being rewritten, payments rerouted, and bank accounts subtly shifted. A confidential source describes spreadsheets showing a pattern. Every major promotion, tour event, and high-profile collaboration had a slice of revenue quietly diverted. They didn't just take money, the insider said. They turned Chris Brown's empire into their own financial playground without anyone noticing, except the people who mattered to them. It gets worse. Leaks suggest that luxury was just the tip of the iceberg. Designers, hotels, and private flights were all being charged to Chris, yet the benefits rarely reached him. A source close to the situation revealed Stefon Diggs personally approved purchases totaling over $200,000 in luxury goods, supposedly for Chris Brown, but receipts listed his own name or shell companies tied to Cardi B. Every transaction was meticulously documented, but designed to obscure the trail, making it nearly impossible for Chris to see what was happening. Public reaction has been relentless. Fans dissect every social media post, every photo, every moment where Chris appeared overly generous or trusting. Some call him naive. Others see him as the victim of Hollywood's most cunning duo. Viral clips are everywhere. Chris Brown's $900,000 mystery, how Cardi B and Stefon Diggs played him. Inside the celebrity heist you won't believe. News teases exclusive leaks. VH1 reports suspicious financial activity, and Bravo reruns paparazzi footage of secret meetings. The narrative is omnipresent, sensational, dramatic, consuming attention like wildfire. Anonymous sources from Chris Brown's inner circle say the scheme wasn't impulsive, it was premeditated over months, maybe years. Stefon Diggs allegedly gained access to critical accounts and contracts, studying patterns in Chris's spending and promotional priorities. Cardi B, meanwhile, managed communications and ensured Chris's visibility remained high while financial control quietly shifted. They basically rewrote the rules, one insider said. Chris was still the star everyone loved, but they controlled the game board. Social media speculation exploded further. TikTok and Instagram reels brim with theories about secret offshore accounts, untraceable transactions, and shell corporations linked to the duo. Some viral posts even claim screenshots of leaked rerouted sponsorships showing Stefon Diggs as the primary consultant and Cardi B as an invisible co-signatory. Whether true or not, the public narrative is set. Chris Brown's fortune was under siege, and nobody saw it coming. As rumors of investigation grow, pressure mounts on everyone involved. Insiders hint lawyers are quietly reviewing contracts, while auditors allegedly scrutinize every financial document. Chris Brown's management reportedly notices discrepancies but hesitates to speak publicly, fearing a media storm or backlash. The atmosphere is tense. Trust in the inner circle is shattered. There's also a psychological layer. Sources suggest the duo wasn't just exploiting money. They manipulated perception and loyalty. Stefon Diggs praised Chris excessively, subtly influencing decisions, while Cardi B ensured every proposal appeared beneficial, masking financial diversion. Chris Brown remained confident and trusting, unaware that nearly every move he made was being monitored, redirected, and leveraged for someone else's gain. The alleged $900,000 vanishing act ignited fierce debate in entertainment circles. Some say this figure is just the tip of the iceberg. Anonymous insiders hint the real number could exceed $1 million when factoring lost sponsorships, misallocated tour revenue, and luxury purchases. This isn't just theft. It's allegedly a full-scale manipulation of a celebrity's wealth using influence, perception, and meticulous financial tactics. Media coverage only escalates. Every paparazzi snapshot of Stefon Diggs and Cardi B together is analyzed for clues: private jets, luxury cars, expensive shopping bags, all interpreted as evidence of a scheme. Breaking news teasers, online articles, fan commentaries blend speculation with leaks, giving the impression a Hollywood heist is unfolding live. Fans flood comment sections. Was Chris too trusting? Did Cardi and Stefon plan this from the start? How could this happen under Chris's nose? Legal experts, hypothetically, warn that if any of this is verified, Chris Brown could have serious legal grounds. Fraud, misrepresentation, breach of trust, and financial exploitation are all possible angles. Insiders hint that confirmed leaks could trigger lawsuits or even government investigation, dragging everyone into courtrooms, press conferences, and weeks of media scrutiny. Fans remain polarized. Some defend Chris, saying celebrity life makes everyone vulnerable. Others question his judgment, asking how someone so experienced could be blindsided by such a sophisticated scheme. Opportunists thrive in the chaos. Social media influencers, YouTubers, gossip pages, all amplifying every detail, real or speculative, for maximum engagement. Behind the scenes, relationships reportedly strain. Advisors, managers, collaborators question who to trust, fearing leaks or exploitation. Some insiders hint Chris is noticing inconsistencies, tiny changes in fund allocation, reimbursement timing, and approvals for major deals. If realized, these discrepancies could trigger confrontations or legal challenges that might explode publicly. Financial analysts, hypothetically speaking, note that if even part of these alleged diversions is true, it shows a sophisticated use of celebrity influence to generate personal gain. Shell companies, offshore accounts, and misdirected contracts are classic Hollywood financial maneuvering, blending legality with opportunity, visibility with secrecy. Audacious, cunning, and risky. Yet publicly, Chris Brown performs, wins awards, appears confident. The dual reality is stark, outwardly untouchable, behind the curtain, allegedly siphoned and manipulated. Stefon Diggs and Cardi B allegedly operate like puppeteers, balancing luxury, charm, and calculated deception to maintain the illusion. Speculation grows on the depth of the scheme. Anonymous insiders claim their networks include multiple layers of intermediaries, consultants, and advisors operating in secrecy. Contracts obscure ownership, payments follow complex pathways, every transaction designed to appear legitimate. If proven, this is premeditated sophistication rarely seen in celebrity scandals. Entertainment outlets feed the frenzy. News teases, exclusive angles. VH1 breaks down alleged financial trails. Bravo reruns paparazzi footage hinting at secrets behind smiles. Every post, clip, and rumor adds weight to what could be the most unprecedented Hollywood betrayal yet. Fans debate endlessly online, dissecting Instagram stories, Twitter posts, and music videos for hidden clues while analysts try to map the alleged money trail. As this chapter closes, pressure mounts. Chris Brown's inner circle grows anxious. Public anticipation peaks. Questions linger. How much of the $900,000 is truly missing? Will Chris take legal action? How far did the manipulation go? And will the public ever see the full truth? This is where we leave it for now. Tension at its peak. The audience is imagining the fallout, public outrage, and the financial consequences awaiting the alleged schemers. Next, we dive into the ultimate fallout. Legal battles, government investigations, celebrity drama, and explosive conclusions of what could be the most scandalous Hollywood heist yet. The fallout hit like a bomb. As soon as the alleged $900,000 heist became public, the entertainment world erupted. Fans, paparazzi, and media outlets went into overdrive, dissecting every post, every flight, every appearance by Chris Brown, Stefon Diggs, and Cardi B. Rumors spread like wildfire. Was this the most audacious celebrity betrayal of the decade? And the worst part, Chris Brown appeared completely blindsided, performing sold-out shows and gracing red carpets, while the story painted him as a victim rather than the superstar he is. Behind the scenes, insiders claim lawyers and auditors began quietly scrutinizing multi-million-dollar contracts. Every tour sponsorship, every promotional deal, every partnership was allegedly under the microscope. Hypothetically, if even a fraction of these alleged diversions were accurate, it could trigger serious legal action: fraud, breach of fiduciary duty, misrepresentation. One insider whispered, "If this goes to court, the testimony alone would shock the world." People think Chris Brown's empire is untouchable, but it may have been quietly manipulated by the very people he trusted most. Public opinion turned into a hurricane. Fans flooded social media, debating Chris's judgment. Some argued he was naive, too trusting in an industry that chews up even the most seasoned celebrities. Others fiercely defended him, calling the alleged betrayal a masterclass in manipulation by two of Hollywood's most cunning players. Hashtags exploded. Hashtag Chris Brown heist. Hashtag Hollywood betrayal. Hashtag Cardi B Stefon conspiracy. Viral videos dissected every alleged transaction, secret meeting, and luxury purchase, turning social media into a virtual courtroom where the public debated guilt, intent, and scope. Entertainment outlets were relentless. News ran segments like Inside Chris Brown's $900,000 Mystery, VH1 posted breakdowns of financial trails, and Bravo replayed paparazzi footage of private flights and over-the-top shopping sprees. Every gossip blog, YouTube channel, and online outlet fueled the narrative, making sure the scandal stayed at the top of the news cycle. Even casual viewers were drawn in, watching the story unfold like a real-life thriller. Insiders claim the financial manipulation went far deeper than anyone realized. Stefon Diggs allegedly controlled approvals for high-value contracts, subtly influencing Chris's decisions while maintaining the illusion of autonomy. Cardi B allegedly oversaw communications, ensuring that nothing exposed the scheme, while Chris remained blissfully unaware. It was like watching chess masters move pieces without anyone noticing, one insider said. They had a full operation running under the radar. As the alleged exploitation came to light, the potential legal consequences loomed. If Chris decided to take action, lawsuits could involve multiple parties. Intermediaries handling his tour contracts, shell companies allegedly used to divert funds, and even offshore accounts. Public imagination ran wild with courtroom drama, subpoenaed documents, and explosive testimonies, creating a media frenzy that only amplified the scandal. Meanwhile, Chris's inner circle reportedly began to fracture. Managers, advisors, and collaborators questioned one another's loyalty. Anonymous sources suggested that whispers of betrayal led to paranoia, who could be trusted and who might be part of the alleged scheme. Some insiders warned that the scandal was serious enough to threaten the stability of Chris's touring empire and broader business ventures. The psychological aspect was as significant as the financial one. Sources suggest this wasn't just about money, it was about control. Stefon Diggs allegedly used excessive praise and flattery to subtly influence Chris's decisions, while Cardi B allegedly made every deal appear beneficial, masking the reality of financial diversion. Chris's confidence and trust reportedly made him vulnerable to what insiders described as a carefully orchestrated exploitation of power and perception. The alleged $900,000 vanishing act ignited a social media storm. Viral clips claimed to show discrepancies in tour sponsorships and promotional payments. TikTok and Instagram users speculated about shell companies, offshore accounts, and secret financial pathways. Fan pages meticulously analyzed every luxury purchase, private flight, and designer gift, attempting to discern what was genuine and what may have been part of the alleged scheme. Entertainment news merged with amateur investigation, creating a global courtroom where every theory and detail was scrutinized. Behind closed doors, the stakes escalated. Some of Chris Brown's advisors reportedly pushed for legal action, while others urged caution, worried about media backlash. Stefon Diggs and Cardi B allegedly maintained a public presence of charm, confidence, and normalcy, further blurring the lines between perception and reality. The tension was cinematic, blending celebrity, scandal, and manipulation into a narrative that captivated the world. The $900,000 was allegedly only the tip of the iceberg. Sources hinted that the total impact could be significantly higher, encompassing tour revenue, sponsorship deals, multi-fight partnerships, and other streams of income. Luxury spending allegedly padded the appearance of generosity while masking the true diversion of funds. If true, this would represent one of the most sophisticated financial manipulations in Hollywood history. Fans and media debated endlessly. Chris Brown's judgment, Stefon Diggs' ambition, and Cardi B's alleged cunning dominated online conversations. Questions flooded comment sections. How could a superstar be blindsided? Was this scheme premeditated from the beginning? Can anyone in Hollywood ever be fully trusted? Every new rumor, leak, or alleged revelation added layers to the narrative, keeping public attention at a fever pitch. Analysts, speaking hypothetically, emphasized the legal and financial complexity. Shell companies, offshore accounts, misdirected contracts, and multi-layered financial pathways allegedly obscured true beneficiaries. If proven, these allegations could trigger civil suits, government scrutiny, and extensive media exposure, a scandal blending financial betrayal with Hollywood drama. The consequences could extend beyond Chris Brown. Insiders suggest that other artists, promoters, and executives might begin reviewing their own contracts to avoid similar vulnerabilities. If confirmed, the alleged scheme would serve as a cautionary tale about trust, influence, and power in celebrity culture, reshaping how Hollywood views luxury, friendship, and fame. Despite all this, Chris Brown remained publicly untouchable, performing, winning awards, and maintaining his public persona. Behind the scenes, however, insiders claim the scandal had already altered the dynamics of trust, loyalty, and business in his circle. The alleged betrayal and financial manipulation created a perfect storm, merging glamour, deception, and shocking allegations into a story that felt like a Hollywood thriller unfolding in real time. As the narrative reached its peak, questions lingered. Who really benefited from the alleged scheme? How far did the manipulation go? Will justice, or at least public vindication, ever come for Chris Brown? In Hollywood, perception is power, and the audience could only watch as the alleged heist of a superstar's empire played out under the public eye. The alleged scandal had now transformed into a full-blown cultural phenomenon. Social media was a constant cycle of outrage, speculation, and fan theories. Every paparazzi snapshot, every tweet, and every Instagram story became evidence in the public court of opinion. Stefon Diggs and Cardi B allegedly walked a tightrope of scrutiny while maintaining the illusion of control, orchestrating their moves like puppeteers in a high-stakes drama. Meanwhile, the looming possibility of legal battles, financial audits, and government investigations kept everyone on edge. Analysts speculated that if even part of the alleged scheme were proven, it could serve as a blueprint for how celebrity influence can be exploited in the most sophisticated ways. The story was no longer just entertainment. It was a lesson in power, manipulation, and vulnerability in the high-stakes world of Hollywood wealth. By the end of this chapter, Chris Brown's public persona remained that of a confident, successful superstar. Behind the curtain, insiders suggest the alleged manipulation had already reshaped his empire, creating long-term repercussions for trust, loyalty, and financial oversight. Fans debated endlessly online, dissecting motives, examining evidence, and speculating about the true scale of the alleged betrayal. And so the story ends, at least for now, leaving audiences with lingering questions. Who truly profited? Was Chris Brown a victim, or was he complicit in his own downfall? How much of Hollywood's glittering facade is a carefully orchestrated performance masking real intrigue and betrayal? The stage is set. The players are in motion, and the audience can only wait to see what happens next in this explosive saga of fame, fortune, and deception. So, what do you think? Was Chris Brown completely blindsided, or did he see some of this coming and just played along? Could Stefon Diggs and Cardi B really have orchestrated a $900,000 heist right under his nose? Or is this Hollywood exaggeration at its finest? And the biggest question of all, how many more secrets are lurking behind the glitz, the red carpets, and the sold-out shows? If this story has your mind spinning, you're not alone. Fans everywhere are debating, theorizing, and digging through every clip, every post, every photo for answers. And we want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think is really at fault? Who got away, and who will face the consequences? Don't forget to smash that like button if this video shocked you as much as it shocked us. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications because the world of celebrity drama never sleeps, and we're bringing you every hidden angle, every secret deal, and every shocking revelation as it happens. Remember, in Hollywood, nothing is ever what it seems, and with stories like this, the truth is always stranger than fiction. Stay tuned, stay curious, and stay ready for the next bombshell.